Hello! Welcome to another 12 FPS at Toonkind. This is called Letters to Home. I am here with my lovely friend, Comet. Uh, I am KT. I will be playing my wonderful idiot Lore.
Hi folks, it's me Comet, and I'll be playing Minami Shannon.
Already getting into character, I see.
Yeah.
I tease you. I love you. I wiggle. Alright, so, anything to say before I set up a little thing / ask
I'm ready to cry.
Ready to cry? Because I'm smiling. I might cry. We'll find out.
Let's do this.
Oh, okay. So, Minami, what are you doing today?
Oh,
Are you home from work? Is it your day off?
I'll say it's her day off. And kind of just doing nothing.
What does that entail? Is she like on the couch chilling? Is she like in her room chilling?
She is in her in her blanket burrow and just lying there and being worried.
Burrow. I love the blanket burrow. You did get a letter from Lore last night saying that he was going to try to come home. And you know that referenced your place. I give you emotions.
Thank you for the emotions.
And so
yeah, Minami's just waiting. Probably did not sleep, just laid there.
His nocturnal creature.
Is nocturnal creature also worried?
Also worried. I'm guessing it's kind of in the morning then. And I cut to Lore, who has finally found the place. It has taken a bit. Because cursed, lost, and still trying to figure out that whole scene transition thing. It feels weird. It also makes him nauseous, so he had to take a second. He is not used to moving faster than he can run. He kind of walks up to your door and takes a breath, and he's really tired. And he's kind of nervous and a little scared. And he gives a good knock. And
he probably has keys.
He decides to knock. And you recognize the knock, Minami, because it's that little rhythm beat that Lore likes to do. It's a rhythm that you're not used to hearing, and so you're like, oh, Lore.
Yeah, she just shoots up and then starts running for the door, and Lore hears. Yeah, she skitters. Lore does hear like clacking of claws. And she peeks. She throws open the door and immediately barrels into you.
He catches you and holds you tight and just says, "Hi, Meanie."
Okaeri.
You're gonna make me cry. Damn you. Okay. Yeah, he just holds you for a minute and walks inside and closes the door and says, It's really good to see you. And you can roll perception if you want.
I'd love to!
Yeah, should I do the same?
Yes.
Let's see how our sibs are doing.
Oh, she's rolled a 4. I mean...
I also rolled a 4! They're siblings, Your Honor!
Okay, 4 plus... What was it again?
Oh no.
So that's a 13.
That's a 13. Yeah, Lore's just hugging you, but what you do see is Lore actually looks tired for once, and you're not used to him looking tired. Like, his eyes are a little darker under, like bags under his eyes. Not bags, but has shading to them. And he's hugging you, but it's not in the same bubbly way, but it is still firm. And he just looks really tired.
Oh, her heart breaks. She's just immediately puts her hand, just cups his face. And she doesn't really know what to say, but something bad happened. Something bad happened while she wasn't there.
He kind of
And
knocks his head against yours and leans it there.
what happened? Are you okay? What happened?
He kind of walks over to the couch and sits down, and he still has you in his lap. And he sighs. And I talked to you, Comet. Do you think he would have talked a little bit about his nightmares in the letters, or?
I mean,
I think he would have mentioned he has bad dreams sometimes. But I don't think he would have
otherwise, then my
elaborated.
question didn't.
Yeah. But I think he tries to keep the letters mostly upbeat, like tries to keep her tries to keep her in the know to an extent, but has been probably nervous more often. I do think he would have told her about what happened with Tom, so I can quickly fill you in on that.
Here's the thing. I haven't listened to that properly.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. Basically, he met a man named Tom. He likes cinnamon rolls, and then he thinks he messed up because he's like, I kind of remember telling them off about something and telling them something about Cam, but then I don't remember leaving.
Immediate concern.
Yeah.
Immediate concern as soon as she got that letter.
Drew says, Lore, I think I messed up Parif, and that is very accurate. The choir in his middle name is just pages of letters where he says I fucked up.
Minami probably put her head in her hands, like when she got that letter. Oh dear.
He also wrote you that he did not mean to leave your house.
That's. I feel like Min, when that happened, Minnie kind of spent the day looking for Lore around the city.
Yeah, and then she would have realized very quickly he's like in the woods and can see mountains, and there's only mountains in one place in Einquell. And that's like in the middle of the continent.
Yeah. She would have tried to get as much correspondence from just writing him as much as possible, like, are you safe? Are you okay? Do you I'm looking at the nearest place. Do you need me to pick you up with transportation circle?
Laura would say something to the effect of, he's like 100% sure that would not work if he's trying to get to a specific place without doing the thing he does, because it hasn't worked before. I point at the ellipsis. That didn't go good. But yeah, no, he would have sent you updates and drawings, and I think he would have talked about how he met a couple people in the middle of the woods. Someone named Trance
Yeah.
And someone he meets met a friend named Seeker again, called Seeker, and someone named Coriolis.
Yeah, and from what he said, they seem nice.
From
So
the Vengeful
she's
Dead. It was funny at the time.
uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And it eases her nerves every time she gets letters and updates
He
from Lord.
also, I will say that there was a lighter hearted one where he told you he figured out how the letters send.
Oh,
And he
yeah,
tells you.
that's just the letter he gets. It's like, oh, question mark, question mark, question mark,
Yeah,
question
yeah.
mark.
It says that it's cats, and it says I don't know how to elaborate.
And get another letter just like all caps. Cats! Question mark, question mark, question mark, question
Or
mark.
apparently question mark. Apparently there's a like a mail god, like a parcel god, and there's
Oh,
cats.
mail god.
There's cats. I don't. Yeah, that was a correspondence on a lighter-hearted note. But yeah, no.
Well, that means like, well, that's one mystery solved, I guess. Great.
Yeah. I will say, the letter that you got from Lord the other night did say that he was going to try to come home and that he was kind of scared about something, and that he would be home soon,
Hmm.
as soon as he could.
Yeah. Like I said, she getting receiving letters eases her nerves at the time. But she's not able to get well, Lord didn't want her to um get him. So
He
she's
was
just kind
worried.
of
He was worried that she'd
yeah.
get lost
Yeah.
trying to find him, and he didn't want that.
Mm. So she's kind of fell back into bad habits and cuz she is worried. She's paranoid that some like in between the moments where she doesn't get letters, she's paranoid that something bad would happen to him and she's not there to help.
Feelings.
And uh and like rationally, yes, he's strong. He has weird healing powers. Um and rationally he'll be fine. He's well traveled
He's a big
at this
boy.
point. He's yeah. Um he can take care of himself, but it still keeps her up. And she started to get her mind off of it. She started reading and then she started working and until she's asleep at her desk. It's not been a great time for her.
How dare you do this? I look
Listen.
at it because it's my fault. Anyway.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
I know it's my fault. I look away. I'm sorry. Oh, that's a nat
Bird!
20 for perception.
Oh, another one, huh?
Yeah. Me to be
I
can do
think
it too.
one. Yeah, sure. 20. That's a 6. It's not. I mean, makes sense. She's sleep deprived, but also she has pretty big modifier.
I can't believe I got a nat 20 on this.
So are you just.
It's a 50. Oh, your freaking modifiers. Freaking detectives.
Yeah. Oh, what do you see?
I'm guessing
Um,
sees paperwork everywhere. The house is
yeah, it's
kind of a
been
mess. Not dirty,
a
messy, but
bit.
cluttered, messy.
Hmm, it's been a bit more of a cluttered mess. Yeah, she's been, well, being she's paced around in her home a lot. She's barely left home actually. Um, she looks like a mess. Um, her her before you didn't notice because she was like burying her face into the hug. But she's also has dark circles and her hair isn't in a braid, just like in a loose ponytail, I suppose. And she's rolled her sleeves up, which she doesn't usually do. Um, she
And there's
seems
the
like she's still in
scars
pajamas as well.
there.
Yeah, Laura can see bite marks on her arm,
Wonderful.
and she usually wears slippers too. So
Yeah.
you just see, mouse feet.
There must be. Oh, the feetsies.
Lit-
I love the feetsies.
yeah.
Yeah, Laura sees that and just very gently takes her hair, pulls out the braid, combs his fingers through it, and starts to braid it again. And smiles
Heck,
at
I'm
her
gonna roll.
very softly.
I'm gonna roll a con to see how.
Can she stay awake? That's the question. Wonderful. She conks out for a bit.
Mhm.
That's a 16 with your modifier. It's probably fine. You rolled a 2 for what?
I rolled a 2 to conk out.
Oh gosh. Ah.
She's been sleep deprived, and now her brother's here, and he's
Oh man.
tired, but he's here.
I should also.
Um,
Here, 1 second. Let me follow suit. Never mind. He's awake. I'm guessing he really
it just
doesn't want to go to
closes.
sleep again after the dream he just had.
She just closes her eyes.
Mm-hmm. I think Laura is just gonna sit with her for a bit and like not fall asleep, but you know when you rest your eyes and you're kind of half
Mhm.
and half.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he just kind of holds her, lays down on the couch, and they take a
She
nap
just-
for a bit
Yeah.
because they're
She
gonna
just
need
gets
the
really
emotional
relaxed.
energy.
Yeah. She just playing with her hair makes her very relaxed.
Same for Laura.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh, I hold these two. They're
Mhm.
siblings. I hold them. They get
I
to
hold
have a
them.
nap. Let's see. Cool. Short
What was
nap.
that?
That's for
Okay.
time. So shorter nap. Maybe like
Mhm.
an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Because she needs an hour. And Laura
Yeah.
can then just acclimate to being not in not in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you can
Mm-hmm.
Minami can roll or you can just say what Minami
I
does as she wakes up. She's in Laura's arms. And he's kind of resting his head against yours. And your braid is done very nicely.
Mm-hmm.
And he's undone your sleeves and buttoned them around your wrists again.
Yeah. She She just holds tighter. I I don't know what else she would do.
He cracks an eye and says, "Are you awake?
Just nods.
Glad you got some sleep."
Did you?
Sort of. I rested. And he just smiles.
She just sighs and meets his eyes, I guess. And sorry for about passing out.
I
I
I'm glad you did.
I wanted. Oh, how how are you?
I he chuckles, and it's not like he's trying. It's just like, when you chuckle just kind of casually, and he's like, I've been better.
I'm gonna roll an insight.
He kind of bites his lip.
Fuck off. That's a 3.
Yeah, don't worry. He's gonna be honest with you, but he's gonna ease into
Okay.
it. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
it's very obvious that to you, at least. I mean, you know
That's good.
him pretty well.
Yeah.
You guys have been living together. And
Mm-hmm.
so he just sighs and he's like, you know that letter I said I'd write to my parents?
Yeah.
I haven't done it yet, and I think I need help.
She just holds his hand and squeezes it. I can help.
Yeah. Remember how I mentioned I get bad dreams sometimes?
Yeah.
It's he looks at you, and again he looks tired, but he also looks apologetic, and he says, it's not sometimes, it's always. And they've gotten worse since I came to Anquell, and it's been harder to sleep. And I think that there's something wrong with my dreams. And I'm
What?
starting to lose time when I'm awake.
Uh, the only thing Min is giving me is just you look at her and she just looks scared for you.
Laura looks so apologetic.
Right? The hmm hmm hmm. She wants to choose her words carefully here. It's
Yeah, he kind of turns
I
away and hangs his head down, and he's not avoiding your gaze, it's just he's tired.
I think she just can't think of words right now, so she just hugs him around the neck.
Yeah. Um, he holds you a little closer, and he
Mm,
bites his lip again and sighs because he's trying to just be honest about this, but he's been kind of in denial
mm,
about it, just kind of hoping it would go away because they haven't really made any progress on anything. And that's been stressful. He's not used to having problems he doesn't know how to deal with.
mm,
He's used to having his support system at home, his family, his neighbors, the town, like everybody he's ever known his entire life. And he doesn't have that anymore here in Anquell, but he has you. That's nice.
mm.
And he has his other friends, but he he really likes you. You're his sister. So he
Yeah.
holds you tight and he says, you know how my eyes are connected to fear?
Yeah.
When it happened, it made my dreams scary. So I don't dream good dreams. I dream nightmares.
Oh. That's her. Um, just that's oh. Oh Lord.
I gotta roll a thing. Okay. Yeah.
That,
He's not crying, but his lip is quivering a little bit.
oh, dude. How did your parents make you feel better after nightmares?
Um, kind of what we're doing now. Um, they would have me write about them. Um, they would sit with me. When I was little, they told me. Um, and we would sing. And when I got older, it didn't happen as much, and I'd wake up and I kind of took care of it myself, and I had it under control. But when I came here, they started getting worse and more vivid, and now I'm worried. I think I'm dreaming other people's dreams. But I don't know. But I don't know how else to explain what I'm seeing, because it's about people I know. And when I met Seeker again and their friend, I talked to them about what happened, and they confirmed that that was a dream they've had before. And I don't know what that means. And I'm scared. I mean,
She's listening and she's like as he's talking, she's gently stroking his hair. And oh boy, she's so worried for him. She doesn't know how to fix this.
uh,
But I
I
think
I will say
mhm.
that it's pretty obvious as you look at him closer that he probably didn't sleep last night.
Hmm.
He probably really didn't want to, and he probably spent that time trying to figure out how to get back.
Yes. He, uh, you know, okay. He just tucks him under her chin. And he said His parents used to sing him songs. Well,
They would sing
I'm
songs, and when he got older, they'd sing together. And then eventually he'd just kind of sing on his own if he woke up.
I'm wondering if she would sing a lullaby that she knows. Um, I I don't have a lullaby made. But I have an idea of one. It's one I know from Japan. So I
I have 10 hands. You don't have to sing it
uh
if you don't want, though.
yeah, it's a Ghiblian lullaby. I'll say.
Perfect.
Um, it's hmm. What's how did it go? How did it go? I'm not singing it, but I'm just trying to get the.
Get the gist.
Oh yeah, like it's a song about like a cradle being rocked by a canary. Um, and the tree leaves moving with it, and the stars shining above. It's
As you
mm,
sing, you are a little surprised to hear Lore sing along, like he knows the words. It's even in the same language.
mm,
And he looks a little confused at that as you're near the end. And then he just kind of sighs and still holds you, and he's like, "Thank you. Um, that's helpful."
and she gives him a kiss on the forehead.
Can can you help me write that letter? I don't. I mean, the reason I'm worried is because I'm afraid that I have one parent in particular that I know is not going to be happy when I say what's going on and will try to find me. But if he does,
Yeah.
he won't be able to go home. I have other siblings. I have a town. He can't. But
Well,
guess what? He is. He used to be a
mm,
detective. They're pretty stubborn, aren't they?
yeah. She's just rubbing the back of her neck.
Yeah. Um,
I'll
yeah. I
I'll
also
help.
know
Don't. Mm,
that he's not dangerous, but I don't know if he would mesh well with Einquell.
hmm.
Where we live is very different, and he is,
Cultural differences.
yeah, he's also pretty old. And by
Ah.
that, I mean an elf. Uh,
Ah.
so when I say old, Lore kind of winces. I'm like,
Mhm.
he's pretty set in his ways.
She just purses her lips and is like, mm-hmm.
Yeah. A few centuries? I think they made his as old as a professor, actually. He kind of mumbles.
Oh, who?
Huh? What? He kind of looks
What?
back. Someone I know who also is pretty old. They're like 700 something. I don't. Abby's
Ah, I
never
see.
told us his exact age, but from what I know
Mhm.
about elves, he's pretty freaking old. Um, or just kind of stares off, like, because he's like, that's why I know Elvish. But
Mm.
well, that and one of my other parents, but Yeah. Uh, he winces. He's like, I don't know if my other parents can talk any sense into him or not, because he just will go off and do it if he thinks it's right. Uh,
Mm.
he kind of rubs the back of his neck. Sound familiar?
It's just chuckles and just shakes her head. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. Hmm. So we have to word it pretty carefully, huh?
Somehow, I maybe if you write part of it, let them know I'd have people and I'm not just making it up. I've never lied to them before, and I don't think I've lied this time, but I've definitely not told them everything. I
Mm.
don't want. I don't want my. And Minami, you know that he's having trouble saying something.
Hmm.
And he just kind of looks at you and he's like, I don't want them to lose another parent. Yeah.
Men so just they also lost a brother, so you know.
Yep.
Hmm.
I hold up the oldest child of Ordinal Point.
Yeah.
Also, first kid to be born
You,
there.
yeah. Men just nods. You don't want them to lose more family. Like she kind of wants to
Mm-hmm.
include that. Yeah, they not just parents. You too. Gosh. Um. But do you need another parent here? Don't do you want what do you want?
I want him to stay at home. We knew my
Okay.
entire life that this was going to happen, and that was the plan. Me. I, I'm 18. I know that's still really young. Don't get me wrong. But I am old
Mm-hmm.
enough.
She just
Like, I can make friends. I can work it out. But I still have. I have little siblings. They don't
yeah.
need to grow up without Abby. Like, Kettle's only 5. I was 6 when I lost my dad. I don't want that to happen to her. Especially if he can never go home. That's even worse somehow, to know that
Well,
they're
she
out there.
already.
I don't know if she'll understand why. Don't get me wrong, she's smart, but this is a different kind of understanding.
Min wants to say something, but she's not sure if that would just make him feel worse, and she doesn't want that. Um, she wants to say that she's already going through that. She lost a brother.
Did Minami lose? I don't know this lore about Minami.
No. She's
Oh gosh.
never had any other family.
But she lost a brother? Question mark?
Sorry?
She lost a brother?
No. Oh, I meant when I said she, I meant Kettle.
Oh, yeah, no, Kettle lost a brother.
Yeah.
And a parent they've never known. Very tiny town.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that, here, let me pull up some stuff because I don't know if you know. Lord would have talked to you about his family before. And so you know that. Let's see. You know that he has 6 little siblings. He is the oldest kid, period, in Ordinal Point. The next oldest is his sister Levi, who's 15. Then it's Tefra, who's 14. And then his sibling Fail, who's 13. And then his little brother Pete, who's 11. And then he has an 8-year-old little sibling named Des, short for Geodesy. And then his youngest sibling Kettle, who you know he loves to bits because you know he was 13 when that baby was born, and that is his baby. He loves that little kid. He helped raise her. And so he has all of those parents, and then he has all those siblings, and then he has his parents, who he calls Nami, Abi, Nama, and Pops, and then he calls his biological mother Mom, and his biological father Dad. And you also know that there are 42 people.
Yeah.
In Ordinal Point. So when he says less than 50, he means less than 50. Barely above 40. And there's 6 families, 7 including the Paraffs. And there's a bunch of other little kids who were actually a lot younger. They're all under the age of like 13. Some of them are younger than Kettle. And he was basically a big brother to all of them. And so when he says he doesn't want his Abi to come find him, you figure that if he was the big brother to everyone, you figure that all the adults are kind of like parents to all the kids in Ordinal Point. And it would be kind of a big deal if one of them disappeared again. That's only happened twice. To his dad and to Lorem. And he really doesn't want to make it a third.
Yeah. Min just Minami this is she has to handle this carefully. And she's
to help Minami remember how reckless this parent is. This is the parent who's the disgraced detective.
Jeez.
You know, the one that had that backstory, I wink at you. You remember?
Wait, hold on. Do I remember? Oh, shoot. Brain, please, I beg of you. I know I've... Oh! Yeah, okay. Cool. I remember now. Thank you.
Yeah. I wiggle at you. Yeah, you remember the past of this particular parent and the guilt that they feel about the other parent being taken, and who knows what else, they assume dead. So
Mm-hmm.
you figure that if Lore says he's in trouble, this is definitely the parent who's going to go on a warpath to find him. And Lore is very aware of this.
Yeah.
And he
She's
is
just sitting there.
nervous.
She is sitting there just trying to think
Mm-hmm.
how she could word this letter, how she could help. It's just she's just staring at the floor and just like has a very focused look on her face.
Yeah. Lore, how the fuck are you supposed to write a letter like this, right? He doesn't say that. I say that.
Mm.
um, he does not know how. He's never had to write anything like this before. It's never come up. He doesn't know what he's doing. But he does kind of sit up because y'all are still laying down, and
Mm-hmm.
he ruffles through his backpack, and you see him pause for a second as he starts to pull out what looks like a journal, but not the journal you're used to him pulling out.
Mm-hmm.
And then he puts that
Oh.
back down, like he didn't mean to grab that, and instead grabs out his bundle of letter paper, um, and kind of lays one out and sighs and looks at you because
Mm.
he's gonna do it. He knows he needs to, but he does not want to.
Yeah. Actually. Um. Do you wanna roll an insight?
Insight, you say?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Let's see. That's a whole d20. No bonuses. That's a 13. That's not as awful as it could have been.
Yeah, you can tell she's.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, she's not hiding it, so that's she's just looking at you and looking at the paper, and she looks like trying to think about this letter, and she looks sympathetic.
He kind of
She,
looks at you and he's like, I think if I address it to um, my Mama, that she might be able to smooth things out with him before he reads it. He kind of winces, like that's a kind of a like it's a hope, but maybe not the
yeah,
best one.
yeah. When I said she looks sympathetic, yeah, she knows that feeling. Um,
What kind of raises an eyebrow at me? And you know that that means he. Lore has this wonderful thing he does where he has this way of locking onto something, no matter how tiny, and assuming a lot. And a lot of the times it tends to be right, despite the fact you know he's not necessarily the most observant. He has a very good way of
mm,
hitting the nail on the head. And with you, he's caught a fish on the line. And you try to rack your brain of
mhm.
what you could have let slip somehow.
Minnie, uh, she just sighs. I think she's familiar with that look now.
This is the look he gets like 2 steps before he says, "Let's do a mental exercise."
Ah. Yeah. She just sighs.
He kind of
With
smirks
it.
because he's hoping he
She
doesn't have to
knows.
do the thing.
She kind of just pinches the bridge of her nose. If I'll,
Who do you have to write mean?
she just. Oh,
I think you mentioned you had a
I
grandma.
I do.
When was the last time you wrote her? Honestly.
She just winces, and that's very telling. Um, she's not in this state to leave home, and but I don't want to.
Lord just very carefully tucks one of the
If
stray strands of your hair behind your ear and just smiles, and he's like, "If?" And he waits for you to finish.
if you if you write to your parents honestly, I'll also write to my grandma honestly.
Is that going to be okay, me? My situation's a little different than yours.
I know.
Is she going to be alright?
She's going to be worried.
That's what I'm worried about too with my parents.
Yeah.
But I guess at the end of the day, it's not our job to worry for our parents.
Yeah. They'll always be worried.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Well, is your grandma in Einquell?
Yeah. She's still in Ghibli.
Well,
Um,
if they're in Einquell, we can maybe visit one day when you feel ready. I can go
I'm.
with you. Maybe that will make her feel better.
She just gives a weak smile.
You don't really want to go home and face face certain things, do you?
No, I don't.
Hmm.
I
Well,
just.
maybe we can sneak in and only see her, or something. And it doesn't have to be anytime soon.
I,
Mean, just eventually.
yeah, that'd be nice. I do. Don't get me wrong. I do miss people, my friends there, and of course, the grandma. I miss them all a lot. I, mm, I don't like it there anymore. Uh,
I kind of get it. Um, I'm realizing that not every place is like home for me. Um, Also, I know that you had to go through a lot there. It would make sense that you don't want to immediately go back, especially with the last thing that happened that you found out there. Um,
yeah. Um,
Speaking of, do you know if Leo's okay?
I think I think so. Um, I think he's doing better.
I haven't had the I've been nervous to write. I think I've written GB maybe once or twice, but yeah,
mm,
mainly just flower drawings.
that's that's still nice. Um,
Laura takes a deep sigh.
I
I'm not gonna make you write your grandma, but maybe start small with the truth and say, well, what haven't you told them? Because I know. I'm not actually sure if I know. I don't know everything. And they just kind of smile at you.
um she as much as I don't want to go back, I haven't told her I was homesick. Am homesick. Um, I
I
haven't told her I don't the how the chase is going, honestly. Um, and she kind of just uh sighs and puts her head in her hands.
Laura hugs you. Just a really big hug.
Mm,
The kind that you're basically encompassed by him. Gives you a big squeeze. And he says, well, I know a little bit about being homesick, but I can help you write a rough draft. I think I'm a little better at words when they're for other people.
thank you.
Um, and he pulls out another piece of paper and sets it down and lays down a pen and he says, maybe start with you've been homesick, but you've been making lots of new friends. Because you have. I mean, you
Mm,
met me, and I know you've met a few other people. Um, and I think that would make them feel better. Because it's okay to be homesick.
yeah.
Everybody gets homesick. And I think, honestly, it might make them more happy than sad. Because that means you miss them.
Yeah. I I'll try. Thank you again.
Yeah. Um, you can also, you can say you're still working on the case. But you can also mention that you're not sure you're going to get anywhere. And that you're allowed to express that that's hard, but you can also say that you want to stay here because you're a young adult too, right? So I think they'll understand if you wanted to get a little bit more experience and make new friends and get paid for your detective work.
Oh goodness, yeah.
More smiles.
I can. You can also say how many people you've met here, how many people love you here.
Laura looks like he isn't sure about that love part, and he just kind of says, I know that you care about me, and I think others do too, but I also don't know how much they actually know about me. And I'm starting to realize that I don't think that they wouldn't help me out. I'm just realizing things I didn't know before, and I don't want to make a. I guess I wouldn't be lying. I really don't like lying.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, I can do that. And
Mm,
he gently kind of sets you on
well,
the side and
mm,
picks up the letter, takes a deep breath, and writes on the. He starts to write the letter a little bit, and looks up at you and says, They know about my dreams,
mm.
but telling them that they might be real, or that they might be other people's, or what I found out about Dad and the toon trade. I don't know how to put all of this into a letter, mean, and I don't know how it's going to keep Abby from coming here. I can say that there's other detectives who have said that they wanted to help. I have you. I have Azumi, Camille. Um, I don't think Tome would help anymore after.
I need to ask you what happened exactly there. At some point, maybe
I
not now, but
I don't exactly remember is the problem, mean,
right. Oh dear.
but I know that
Maybe I can.
I
Hey, she just put her hand on his shoulder. I can talk to him. I
I maybe don't mean me. And he
yeah.
holds your hand, and for a second he actually looks. You know that face that he gets when he's serious, but it's not in a scary way. It's in a concerned way. And he looks at
Hmm.
you and he's like, that man needs friends without realizing he has them. Otherwise, he will push them away. Don't let him know that you know me. Though I think it might be a little late. I don't know. I don't quite remember what I
I
said.
mean, I don't.
But me to me. Um, he's going to do something stupid one day, and he needs people who will come find him when that happens, because he will not do it himself.
Oh, okay.
So just be careful.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
you're
I'll.
smart. You can figure it out. Um,
Thanks.
I just need. I'm pretty sure he's going to avoid me after the shit I said. I know essentially I was harsher than I needed to. I was trying so hard, mean, but I don't know,
Yeah.
something that he said. I just hit a nerve or something. I don't quite. Mm. He looks frustrated.
Just gently, um, gently pats his hair.
He kind of leans against you in a kind of funny way. Just
Hmm.
the tired thunk.
Bunk.
Ah,
Ah.
he laughs. Um, but yeah,
I'll be careful. Don't. Thanks for telling me.
I don't. He would never hurt anyone. Well,
No, he's a dork.
he's a dork. He thinks he's good at lying too.
Hmm.
Well, let me rephrase. He's good at lying, but he forgets how awkward he is when he isn't. And so it's kind of easy if you get used to it to be like, oh,
Hmm.
he's way more chill and relaxed right now than he normally is. I think he's hiding something. And Maurice just kind of smiles.
Yeah, I don't think we got into any. Well, I did recognize him from the papers at one point. and mentioning that wasn't that great. That wasn't a great thing to say at the first meeting. But he seemed
Lord is actually
uh,
laughing really loud. He's like, "Oh, trust me, I know a lot about what not to say during a first meeting.
yeah.
I'm really bad at it." And he like kind of winces and looks at you.
She just sighs and like just like a fond exasperation and just like just ruffles his hair.
He kind of just laughs and smiles and closes his eyes. Yeah. Um,
Yeah,
I do know he likes cinnamon rolls.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Apparent. He kind of cuts himself off. Uh, I can tell you more about that another time, maybe. I don't know if. I need to work on what I should say about others. Not that I want to lie
Yeah.
to you. I'm not
No,
used
I
to it.
understand.
Yeah. Um, he kind of rubs the back of his neck. He he used to share them with a mentor. So they have good memories, but he he likes to buy a bunch and keep them in his hammer space.
She's
Um,
her eyes soften.
I don't think he realizes certain things, but that's okay. I If you ever run into them again, maybe get some cinnamon rolls.
Yeah, I that'd be nice.
Yeah,
I like those.
they're pretty good.
Yeah.
My my mom makes pumpkin ones with chocolate chips. They're really good.
Oh, that does sound really nice.
They're really good. We should see if I can get the recipe from them. Though I don't
Her
know
eyes
if
sparkle.
yeah, I don't know if ordinal point pumpkins are different than the ones here, so we'll have to figure that out.
They do. Some are just the consistency's different, and yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you were an expert in ordinal point pumpkins. And he kind of smiles at you.
I mean, I know about pumpkins here, and sometimes if you use a different pumpkin, it messes up the texture.
Lord just chuckles.
So I would like to know.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. Um, yeah.
I tried to make a pumpkin pie once, and I used the wrong pumpkin, and then it
Oh
turned out more
gosh.
watery than it should have been.
Oof. Yeah, no, that's rough.
Yeah.
Maybe make it into soup. And he just kind of smiles.
Pumpkin soup good.
Pumpkin
They're
soup
so
is
good.
good. Yes.
I
He
haven't made.
smiles.
I need to get
Maybe
into
we can.
cooking again. I've missed cooking.
Maybe you can teach me. I know a little bit, but I honestly I mainly did the prep work.
I yeah. Oh gosh, I need.
Maybe you can ask your
I
grandma
have
for
bone.
recipes.
Is
I'm sure.
her eyes
Yeah.
sparkle? Actually, she's like she actually got me made a recipe book, so I have uh, so I can teach you how to make some. There's
Oh,
oh
Mean,
I
I have an
can't.
idea.
Hmm?
Well, something that makes people feel better is that when you think about them and do things that actively, have a connection with them. Maybe we can work your way through your grandma's cookbook and send them snacks or pictures or something. I'm sure that'll make them feel better.
And yeah,
You'd be using what they gave you, and they made it for you to make sure you take care of yourself, right?
yeah. That that sounds that sounds nice.
Also, it'd be delicious. Let's be honest.
It is. Gosh, I need. She just puts her hand on your shoulders. I haven't made you Nikujaga, and that's a crime. That is.
He smiles really big. I don't even know what that is, but it sounds good.
It is good. And I can't believe I haven't done such a. I am a terrible sister.
Have you ever had what are they called again? He taps his chin, and he thinks, have you ever had like pasties or whatever? You know, they're the little pockets full of like veggies and stuff. They're really good.
She just tilts her head. No.
Oh, they're like little pocket pies. They're delicious.
Oh.
You can make them into desserts too.
There's just stars in her eyes. Because that sounds so good. That sounds great.
They're really good.
That sounds so good.
They're also really easy to just like eat on the go. Yeah, my mom would make them. They're really good. Pops would put them on the presses to heat them up.
Oh, that reminds me of this other one. This other food. I need to cook more.
Well, then we'll cook more.
Yeah.
You can show me where the store is, and hopefully we don't get lost. And he smiles.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry. We'll figure it out.
As long as we don't end up on the other side of the continent, I think we'll be good.
If we do, we'll find some grocery store there.
That's true, and I do know a couple people up there now, so maybe they can help us out. And he smiles. Yeah, if you ever meet someone named Tanguy Leroux, tell him I say hi.
Yeah.
Oh, or Adrian. Adrian's his husband. Or they have the cutest daughter. Their name is Fortune. Aww. He smiles. So big.
And she just nudges him. See, you have people that's willing to help you.
He looks down, kind of embarrassed. They like immediately adopted me. Apparently, I'm their nephew now.
Oh, amazing! Yeah. What do you see? You have people that love you.
Yeah, but I've only met them the once.
And apparently, it was that.
Well, I mean, Tanguy didn't end up having a breakdown in my arms, so he shrugs. Apparently, it's a theme.
Oh no.
Yeah. Or just kind of smiles. But I mean, it helped, so it's good.
Yeah.
But I will say that I guess that means you have uncles too?
She just
Laura shrugs.
Stares at you. Stares at the ground. Is that how it works?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think I gotta meet them first.
You gotta meet them first? Okay, well, they may adopt you.
I see.
Yeah. They're toons, though. They're great.
They sound nice.
One is a fox and one is a cat, and they are very soft.
Aw. Well, I'll keep an eye out for them.
Yeah. Lloyd takes a deep breath and sits down, and he's like, I think I'm gonna try to write the letter. Here's a pen if you want to try writing a rough draft of yours, and then maybe we can compare notes.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna roll to see the quality of said letter.
Yeah. What do you roll for that?
I was just gonna do a D20 instead of DC.
You know what? Oh.
Well.
Yeah.
He gets it in 1. That was a nat 20. Well, damn.
Wow.
That doesn't mean it's
you
perfect.
can't get higher than that?
No, not on a straight roll. Well, damn.
No.
I will say that he's still nervous because he lays out everything very well. But he's still worried about
Yeah.
the stupid parent.
About yeah.
And
Minnie's
so
gonna also probably write um write a bit
mhm,
like on a separate paper um to his parents. Um
mhm.
roll 8. Well,
Oh gosh.
hmm.
Well, it's a very sweet introduction, but I don't think it would make Abby feel any better.
Yeah.
He probably sees that and be like, "Oh, she's soft."
She's very nervous about writing to people she doesn't know. Like she's heard a lot about them, but she doesn't know them personally, so she's a little bit nervous about that.
It's
Um,
Laura's turn to ruffle your hair.
mm, she just
Don't worry, they'll love this.
I hope so.
Mm.
I it feels strange writing to people I haven't met.
Well, you've met them
And
through
I
me.
don't get me wrong, they sound lovely and wonderful. It just
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's really mean. It'll be okay. But I will let you know they will write you back, and I'll send you that letter.
okay, thank you.
Yeah. And don't be surprised if my little sibling sneak things in there. And he just kind of sighs
Oh,
affectionately, but also in a big brother tired way.
yeah. I think in the letter she does like say like, um, he he had uh he's living with her. She's doing everything she can to um figure out researching and figure out what's happening. Um, he yeah he has a room here. Um, and has s- a lot of people who are willing to help him. Um, and yeah, she loves him a lot. She cares about him a lot.
Awesome. Laura is gonna sigh. And it's not like in a bad way, it's just kind of a, like in a relief way, but also nervous, and puts those two letters in an envelope. He doesn't seal it yet though. And he's like, I might go over this again in the morning, just to double check. But
I
yeah,
okay.
it's ready.
Yeah.
I just wanted to sit for a second because emotions, sometimes you just need to double check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But after tomorrow you send it, okay?
I will send it first thing, and yes, he smiles.
Okay. No later.
I promise. I
Good.
swear, and I cross my heart. And he like does the motion and raises his hand and closes his eyes very
That's another
silly.
Toon curse.
Well, I'm not a toon, so it's fine.
I'm kidding. That was a joke. I was gonna.
I was
Never mind.
worried.
No, you're
Lord just
right.
like is like
You're.
he's like I don't need any
I
more.
was just. I was. That was a bad one.
Lord just smiles at you and he's just like, I'm glad it's not a curse.
I just thought it'd be funny because Pinky promises.
Yeah, no, I learned that from you. Oh, he looks nervous.
No, crossing your heart has nothing.
Okay.
Does nothing. Don't. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. It was funny.
Okay. She's just. Ah. And now it's her turn to find a little god. I'm gonna roll again for this later.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a 9. I think I should stop using this dice for a bit. I think this dice has kind of just made me roll bad so many times. I think I'm just gonna put it in dice jail for now. But that's a 9. So now that it's her turn, it's she kind of starts it, but then kind of just stops for a minute. It's just thinking and overthinking. Uh, and she tries. She's oh, well, she's right. She started off with yeah, she's met a bunch of new people recently. Um, they're all really nice, and she thinks um her grandma will like them. Um, and it gets to the she kind of stalls on that for a while.
Lore seems to be trying to write something else out, and he rolled a 6 for a similar introduction letter, and just
Yeah,
kind of sighs. He's like, I don't know if this is gonna make her feel any better. He's like,
I,
I just wanted to introduce myself as well. It's kind of just kind of fluffy.
it's okay. She'll love it. Don't worry.
Okay,
I'm.
I trust you.
Mhm. I'm. Thing is that she'd want to meet you so bad.
Well, I can just, who knows, maybe I'll bump into her somehow. That seems to happen.
Oh my goodness. If you find your way to yeah, yeah.
Laura shrugs. I seem to find my place anywhere, so
Hmm.
if I do, I'll see if I can find them. Then I can check in on people for you. I won't say too much about you. Just positive
I
things so that they aren't worried.
thanks. Uh, and she kind of just leans her head back. Oh God, if you. Oh, yeah. I need to ask you to keep an eye out for my friends.
Yeah.
It's
If you have pictures, I can copy them.
yeah.
And
Hold on. I'm sure she has a photo somewhere.
yeah, and
Um.
Laura will copy that down. You can say that happens later.
Mm-hmm. Uh. And it's yeah. Remember how think I mentioned that the detective, my
Yeah, you had two friends
two
in school who
friends.
helped you out, who
Yeah.
also didn't get paid. And he smiles.
No.
Yeah, isn't that like
No, but
child
they're.
labor?
She just looks to the ground. Yeah.
Yeah,
It is what?
yeah. Laura looks like concerned and
Goodness.
aghast.
I don't know. We were just teens that just ran into things.
Yeah,
I'm.
y'all need a
I
therapist.
I hope they are getting a therapist
Oh
as well,
gosh,
because the things
I
that they
will.
went through.
If it comes up,
I'm
I'll ask.
please. I'm worried for them, and yeah, I think you'd like them. I hope you'd like them.
Well, if they like you, I'm sure I'll love them.
Mhm. Yeah. There's Nikki and Ame. They're great. Um,
They sound great.
mm.
He smells very softly.
Anna also likes books and reading. Um,
Lord kind of
Nikki is.
Lord kind of perks up for a
Oh,
second. And he's like, "Were
mhm.
they under the same curse as you?"
She just squints. Mm. Yeah.
Oh, I guess that means they're around my age now too.
Yeah, yeah, they would be.
They did they get out of it too?
Yeah. I um how we were all kind of stuck and it had to be solved by just she just rubs her face. She's just having a
You just
tough time explaining
you
this.
just had to leave, kind of, or
We had a she's having a tough time saying things. Uh,
we can elaborate upon it later. I mean,
is how there's you either to get rid of the curse, you either wrap up your character arc. She kind of just does air quotation marks at that. Um,
Lord just
or quit
nods.
your job. And she kind of gestures herself. And I clearly did not quit my job, so
Oh, well, what was
um,
your character arc?
they uh I was I didn't hmm I s- took a very long time to tell them how I felt.
Oh,
Um,
your friends?
yeah.
Okay.
Um, this is a little bit embarrassing, but and she just rubs the back of her neck.
Did they like you?
They she kind of just looks away and nods.
Well, I mean, me. I don't know if you've noticed, but you're cute.
Hmm.
Inside and out.
She's
And you got one hell of a brain, so, I mean,
I
he just kind of smiles.
this she just it's, she appreciates it, but she kind of just shrinks a little bit.
Oh, me Shannon. One day, I'll prove that to you.
uh, yeah. Um.
Did you?
Well, yeah, they both like me, but I took I don't know. I was scared of hurting their feelings. I didn't feel the same way about them. I didn't want to our group to be over. I thought that would um so I kept stalling, and the and we kept.
You
Mm,
stayed put. You got stuck.
yeah. I
Also mean it's not your fault.
I
You didn't choose
just
to put a curse on you two, on all of you. It's that doesn't make it
mm,
your fault. That's like saying it's my fault for getting lost.
yeah, I suppose. And she sees though the the logic,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still hard not to feel guilty.
Mm-hmm. Mother just sighs. Well, we can talk more about this
Yeah.
when we're maybe not so tired.
Yeah. Well, long story short, I finally
Told
told him how
them.
I felt,
Yeah.
and I, well, and then I moved here. We all suddenly grew up together, and I guess I was a little bit right about, but sort of. I know it was for the better. We just needed to take a break from each other. I mean, just
Yeah. A lot had happened, and y'all need a little bit of time.
yeah.
If I run into them, I'll let them know you're okay, and I'll let you know if
Thanks.
they're okay. And I shall
Yeah.
also pick them up and hug them. And he smiles big.
Oh gosh.
I'd like to see them try to resist.
Oh, I'd like to see them try to. I mean, I can try. He's not the. Eh, no, he won't.
Low shrugs.
Uh.
No offense, Bean, but I'm pretty sure I'm
mm,
taller than them.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you are. He'll protest. I'm pretty sure. But
Most probably would.
yeah. I don't know. He likes.
But seems like they might need a hug.
Yeah.
And he kind of smiles at you.
Please give them a hug.
I'll just have to say
Nikki,
it's
on
been
their other
really.
hand, they're affectionate. I think you two would get along too.
Well, again,
If
if they like you, I'm sure I'll love them.
gosh, and you might get challenged to a parkour
I will
race
take them
by
up on
Nikki.
that very fast. He looks so serious. Like, I will, yes. You know I can just pick them up and throw them, right?
Oh, you probably.
I have found out that toons
Nikki,
don't weigh a lot.
no,
Yeah.
I mean, sort of. I guess so. Um, well, most don't have bones, so you
That.
know.
Uh, He looks uncomfortable at that thought. He's
Yeah,
like, I.
she does like. I mean, I don't know how to tell this.
He's like, don't worry, it's not a problem. Just adjusting, cultural shock and whatnot.
Yeah,
She
yeah, yeah.
takes a deep breath and just kind of
Just
sighs.
some.
Yeah, and he kind of stands up
Mhm.
and really quick comment. Uh,
Mhm.
I have a few thoughts. Um,
Yeah,
so one thought was it's been going for about an hour and a half,
yeah.
and I was wondering, should I have an idea? I think it would be fun to have Rabia potentially come in but it doesn't have to be with them here. And so, are you okay if Do unmutes?
Yeah?
Okay, cool. Hey, Do. I summon thee.
I do.
A second, hello.
Hello.
Hello!
I'll mute my obs as well on my end. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, I'm you. Robbie Blind, who has been fucking sitting outside of the apartment this whole time. She's
Yeah.
Surprise.
thoughts. She's got so many thoughts. So many. She's
Uh-huh.
getting into some serious brain water, guys. Be safe when you eavesdrop, yeah. Make sure you're not on a high ledge or a slim ledge that you can fall off of.
I look at
Will be
Rabia.
useful. She's fine.
It's fine.
She's used to this. She's good at what she does. This is not her first tentative ledge balancing. She's fine. She's fine. But
So, two thoughts. She can either wait until they leave into a different room, or she can do something now.
well, she is not entering now because that's a lot of information she's overheard, and she doesn't want them risking thinking that she's heard it. That's generally not a good thing to be caught eavesdropping on.
Yeah!
So,
Typically.
Comet, I look at you. I was gonna have Lore potentially just pick up Munimi and then go take a nap.
Yeah.
But
She's...
the letters are left out on the table.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, she's gonna insist he takes a nap.
So Lore kind of stands up and he's like, well, if I'm taking a nap, you're coming with me.
She just says, I just took a nap.
Not a very
Fine.
long one. Besides, I just told you I have nightmares, please.
Okay. Yeah, and she... Yeah. That convinces her.
Lore just kind of picks her
She
up
just
with
sighs,
one
but she, like, tries to sound, exasperated, but it's not. It's a joke.
It's
Jokey
sibling
way.
exasperation.
Yeah.
It's fond. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Lore just kind of picks her up and they go to the blanket nest. I love the blanket nest.
Yeah.
Nest.
Nest.
And there are letters and a backpack and the stuff left in the living room. Rabia, you hear the you hear the door to a bedroom close, and they are blacking out that room because it is bright.
Yeah, that's probably smart. Okay. Well, first she's gonna roll a perception just to be sure that she spotted everything. If she does not, wanted to wake the kids, and that's 17.
Should I roll a perception?
Yeah. I guess there's nothing else really. They're in the nest.
No. Yeah,
Everything's
they're in the
been locked
nest.
out.
They're probably
Nice.
already conked out, let's be honest.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah. I won't roll a perception. She'd be out like a light.
Lore also feels better with a person, so.
It's just...
That's 26 on a stealth
brother.
roll.
They are invisible.
Not a sound.
She kind of just like slinks inside. This is routine. This is not the first time she's done a quick window swipe inside.
This ain't her
Yes.
first rodeo.
Yeah, this ain't her. She's been doing this for a while, man. Like a rodeo, a window hall inside of an apartment. Pfft, old hat. Come now. She slips in, and she looks around, and she sees the two letters are on the table. She has a bit of a think. And I'd say with that perception roll, would she be able to find, like, some sort of writing implement?
Lore has left his paper and pen out.
Okay. she's going to go over to that pen and paper and still keeping an eye on the two kids in their nest, conked out. She's gonna take that pen, she's gonna take that piece of paper, she's just gonna write a little something something in there. She's gonna write on one piece of paper, she's gonna slowly put that aside. Then she's gonna take another piece of paper, write on that, slowly put that one aside. She's gonna look over both of them, double check everything. Then she's gonna very carefully fold them up, slide them into the letters. Didn't know if you wanted me to roll for that, or if you just want me to do it.
Oh, you can. This is simple for Rabia.
All right. Simple, easy does it. Slide it in. She does take her eyes off the kids for a second, just to make sure that this piece of papers are tucked in such a way that they won't notice that they're in there. Then she gets up very slowly, looks at both the kids, makes sure she puts the paper and the pen back where they were, position and all. And then she's going to go to the kitchen and very quietly she's going to check the cupboards, the fridge, and see what's in there.
Does me have food?
She.
I think, at least like from with Laura insisting, she stocked up on some food. Yeah. Like vegetables, eggs.
There's like a flower vase and it has a bite out of one of them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. In the cupboards, it's mostly like nuts and seeds and jams and jars of honey.
Okay, cool.
She's bite out of it. Sorry, I'm laughing.
I do imagine.
Oh,
that
and cheese. Not to mention some bags of cheese.
Of course. Delicious.
This is a mouse.
This is a mouse, Your Honor. So you're not she's not immune to toon logic.
Are some of the cupboards got bite marks in it?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, listen.
Stressed out chewing.
She does chew on a lot. Like, Rabia, yeah, like, there's, like, pens. Like, the tip of her pens are all chewed on. There's a lot of things chewed on.
Bobby is taking note. Bobby is taking detailed note of this. And is gonna have a think. She's satisfied that, food is here and stocked. And she just, she's gonna be satisfied, slowly close the cupboards, and then just kind of make her way out of the kitchen, back towards the window, still keeping her eyes on the kids as she makes her way out. And I'm just gonna check something. That's not the sheet. What's the other sheet? She hasn't got it. No, she does not have it. Come on. Just gonna kind of put one leg out over the windowsill and pause and look at the kids. And she's gonna sigh, put her leg back in, I'm gonna roll investigation, because she's gonna try and look for something.
I will say that Laura did write that letter already to her, but she does not have to deal with that right now.
What you looking for?
She's trying to find more blankets.
Oh.
Thing is, she hoards all the blankets in her.
There's like 1,000 of them in this blanket now.
Yeah. I think the only place that you could, like, there's maybe one on the couch, and the rest is probably in Laura's room for his own bed.
But she has not seen yet, and I'm very excited for that eventuality.
The thing is, she doesn't want to go into their rooms and make it look like it's been disturbed, so I know what she's gonna do. I know what she's gonna do.
Oh.
This mom.
She's gonna look down. She's gonna sigh, and she's gonna kind of make to leave and then stop. Sigh a little bit to herself again, and she's just gonna mutter to herself in Elvish. It's not like this is permanent anyway. This is probably the second one I've given away. Fine. I'll just have to get another one. And she just slowly shrugs off the cloak she's been wearing, and very carefully makes her way back over to the two sleeping. Cloak held by the shoulder parts, back in hand. Do you want me to roll another stealth?
You can if you want to, but you can't. I think they're allowed to roll with advantage.
Okay.
Because they are sleep deprived and finally sleeping.
It's a 24 then.
I think that's. Me and me can roll. Laura's not going to be able to beat that.
Yeah, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna give my dice one more shot.
The dice behave.
First thing is, okay, perception, right? Yeah.
Oh wait.
Think.
Oh no.
I got it 24. Exactly.
Is this meets it beats it or
Is this?
Yeah, I would.
I will
That depends on
say
you, Comet.
Laura
Do
will
you want?
not wake up.
You want
I
me
will.
to wake up? I
Me
suppose
and
is the
Rabia
question.
have a little
You know what?
conversation.
No, you know what? Oh, I was like, do I want her to be sleep deprived enough to roll at disadvantage, or do I want them to have a conversation?
I'm down for either.
This might be a case of Rabia puts the cloak over the both of them, and Minami just kind of sleepily, blearily wakes up. It's like the 24, I'd imagine, yes, you know something's been draped over you, but I don't know if she would think it's law. I don't know if she would think. I don't know if she's in like a half dreamy state kind of deal. You can say she's just awake. It's up to you.
It's up to you, Comet.
I hate making decisions.
At you. I'm so sorry.
I think
it's okay.
either is interesting. Vote now below.
I think. Yeah.
I pat you.
Do I roll a d2?
Do it.
To you.
Okay.
Do D2, I guess.
Okay. Okay, which one's which? One is she wakes up, 2 is she doesn't.
Okay.
Oh!
Yeah.
Is it bad if I'm just relishing this? Laura is out, by the way. I don't think he could wake up right now.
Okay.
This is just yeah. She was asleep. Probably with her tail curled around Lore. And she's. I can say. Yeah, no matter how sneaky it is, like being a blanket put on her is enough to wake her up.
I think it might also be the smell. She's got a sensitive nose.
She does.
A, feel something being draped over you. B, it does not smell like anything in your house. This is a new smell.
Yep. New smell. And she opens her eyes.
And open your eyes and you see woman. She's taller than you. And she's she's well filled out. And She has red hair, dark skin, and green eyes, and she's not looking at you as she places the cloak as best as she can, because it is still a short cloak, over you and Law. And she kind of absentmindedly tucks it in a little bit. She looks, firstly down at Law with, roll insight if you want. There's an expression on her face.
Sure. Insight.
And wiggle.
Yep. 50. Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Mm-hmm. 24.
24? Okay, 24.
I will
You
say,
look at
Laura looks
look
like
at this,
such a kid right now.
and it's funny that Law looks like such a kid because Ravia looks very much like a mother at the moment. She has very soft expression on her face, but also creasing, slight creasing of crow's feet near her eyes. From you can assume is concern. There's that slight furrow of the brow. There's perplexity there. She's confused and she is concerned, and she is also just. And she is just. Oh, how do I explain this? There's just a strange sort of tenderness in there. She makes sure that Law is as covered as best she can. And she turns towards you with the same expression. And
Mm-hmm.
you close your eyes again.
Hmm.
You pretend to be asleep.
Mm,
I offer you up the D2.
I'm going to. Yep. D2
Choose
it
one.
is. Okay. One is she doesn't. 2 is she pretends.
My god. My god.
She just.
Right?
That's Percy wants you to talk.
That's my shot.
Ravia, see, yeah, this mouse is looking directly at you.
Okay.
At first, she's was a little bit panicked because person in my home, and it's like I guess the smell is familiar, and Ravia, okay, so she's reassured by that.
Good.
So she's just staring at you.
This woman stares back at you with green eyes, which I'm gonna roll that 24.
Mhm.
Aiden, clearly not expecting you to be awake. There's a slightest. Actually, you know what? I should roll this and see how it goes. No, yeah, you can see past that. There's the slightest hint of panic in there for this woman. Angst takes a deep breath and sighs and gives you a very warm smile. I mean, it's not like the one she sent Law. Law's smile was quieter in a way. This one is slightly more full, slightly more warm, slightly less confused, but concern is also kind of pushed back. Not gone, but pushed back. As she looks at you and says, hello, Minami. I think,
Hello, person I didn't invite to my home. She said it's very she's
yes, Ravia just. Oh, yes, well, if you invite a thief into your house, they're no longer a thief, my dear. And I think you should. I think you should close your eyes.
Oh no, your
again.
reputation. You're no
Can't
longer.
have that damaged.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and roll something again. Gosh, if you roll low, I'm gonna laugh.
What was that D24?
What was that D24?
That was to see Laura is gonna hold on to Minami's hand in his sleep.
Oh, I guess it.
Ravi is gonna look at that. Her smile's gonna get a little more, somehow even more soft, and look at Minami and says, I think maybe you should close your eyes, sweetheart. After all, this is but a dream, When you wake up, your brother and you can send your letters off, and all will be, maybe not well, but you will be taking steps towards better. And I'm gonna roll persuasion to convince you it's a dream. That's 26.
26! God!
Mom power.
Some people put their stats into insight. I put mine into persuasion.
I'm gonna roll insight.
What do you
Roll an insight. I doubt you've got like a whiz save of a +10.
Is that a head desk?
God!
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
See what your dice say.
God,
Oh.
so. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, this is a dream.
This is a dream.
This is a dream.
This is a
Definitely.
Yawns. She's too tired to deal with this right now. And it's not like she can do anything about it. Laura's holding her hand. She's not gonna.
She's comfy. This is her
yeah.
nest and she's comfy.
Yeah, she's comfy.
Also has
she's
comfy
gonna
brother.
just. Yeah. Just yawns. And just sleepily help yourself to and just nods off.
Oh. Robbie's just gonna. I might have a very quick cup before I go. And you're gonna feel, as you close your eyes, you're gonna feel something very gently, like tuck some hair behind your ear. Just very, very gently. Trying hard not to tickle you. And you're gonna hear. I need to fix your sleep schedule, little mouse. That'll be for another time, I think. Have a good rest with your brother. And I'll see you both later. And you're gonna hear gentle footsteps walk away. Probably the sound of the kettle either flick on if it's electric or be put on a hob or a stove if it's a gas one. And I guess you're gonna fall back asleep.
I love it.
Yeah. She's just gonna snuggle back into the blankets.
You now have a big old blanket. Not quite blanket, it smells like the intruder into your home.
Yeah.
Smells like intruder.
Sounds like
Smell.
a true.
I smell an intruder. Yeah. You're with your brother, he's holding your hand, and you're in the blanket nests, and it's yours and it's soft, and someone you've only met a couple times, but someone you think is safe, maybe? Don't know. But someone
she knows is good.
Yes. Someone you know is good. Has gone by, whether in a dream or in reality, you don't know, and at this point in time, you probably don't care. You're covered, and you're safe, and your brother is here, and everything is okay. And you did something today. And unless there's anything you two wanted to add, I'm just gonna say, I guess, Comet, it's up to you. How, Minami falls asleep?
She sleeps just curled up next to Lore.
Can I?
One hand wrapped around him,
Oh,
just protectively.
does her tail wrap up and around the wrist holding her hand?
Yes.
Excellent. Good.
I will say Lore looks actually like he's getting some sleep.
Good.
Oh, thank God.
I'm gonna roll an insight for that, actually, considering. Well, this makes sense. She's only met the boy
I will
once.
say that his eyes did seem to have a glow behind his lids.
Well, Rabia comes back from the kitchen and sees that glow, and her brow does furrow again, slightly deeper. The smile is gone now, and she is. Oh gosh, she's concerned for these kids, man. She puts down a cup of tea and 2 plates and 2 mugs of something next to those plates. Actually, no. No, actually, yes. Yes, she does. She does put the 2 mugs next to them. And she quietly heads over to the bookshelf, browses, selects a book at seemingly random, and just gonna sit on the couch for a little while and have a quick read. And every now and again, she looks back at the nest and looks out the window, takes a sip of her tea, and goes back to reading.
I love this mom. Don't mind me, this is my house for a little while.
Well, you did say help yourself. She's not going to take any of the food. She will make herself a cup of tea.
Makes me think of someone. Anyway. Oh, gosh. I think that's a good place to end unless anybody has anything else.
I mean, unless you wanted to do something for after they wake up.
I will say that Lore waking up will just send the letter without thinking, because he's like, I just gotta do it. And so that letter is just sent.
Excellent. I'll also say if you 2 wake up, you will notice there are 2 plates on like a coffee table. I imagine you have a coffee table near the sofa. Somewhere. Wherever there's a surface nearby you, there's 2 sandwiches there for you. And a mug of something. Not warm, but I think it might just be water.
That's a nat 20, what the heck?
Did you get a nat 20 on? What's that nat 24, Katie?
Lore just sent that letter and he realizes, oh shit. Because somebody was home and he doesn't know if it was me to me, because I'm pretty sure Lore would have woken up first.
Yeah. Well, I can. I mean, this is Rabia's cloak.
You do wake up with Rabia's cloak on you.
Yeah. She just when she wakes up, she just holds the cloak, she just walks into the room with Rabia's cloak and say,
Lore just looks at her and he's like, I think Rabia was here.
Yeah.
Yeah. He looks at where his letter's gone. He's like, I did not check that before I sent it.
She just puts her puts her hands on her hips and just kind of just like looks at the ground.
You know what though? He kind of turns to you like stiffly, like comically, like robotically, like, actually, this might be good.
Yeah?
Well, I mean, you know my Robbie a little bit. If he kind of like twiddles his thumbs, maybe Rabia sent him something that will make him feel better about the situation.
Oh, let's hope. Okay, wait, hold on.
Mm,
Where's my letter?
no, your letter's still here.
Okay.
Um,
She's gonna. I know Rabia put a lot of effort into like being an unknown, but she's gonna check now.
Oh, that's fair.
Laura's
That's super fair.
Laura's so wanting to just send it, but he can't. He doesn't know the
Maybe.
grandma.
Yeah. Yeah, she's just gonna have to take a trip to the post office.
Unless she wants to talk to
But
Laura about something. But yeah,
what was that to talk about to the Lord about? I forgot.
it's okay. It's okay. I'll tell you later.
Okay. That's great. That's ominous. Thank you.
It's not ominous. It's cute. Trust me.
Okay. Okay. Um but yeah, she checks the she
Check the
checks her
letter.
yeah.
Okay. You check the
Yeah.
letter,
Mhm.
and written in the letter, in common, it's a very simple kind of letter. It's like a basic introduction. It just says, "Hello, my name is to Minami's grandma slash family sort of deal. My name is Rabia. I am an adult in Minami's life. Um, who has who does care for her. Um, I'm doing my best to make sure that she is maintaining healthy habits, and she has someone with her to help her every now and again, and I will be popping in and out as and when I can to make sure that she's okay. And there's just little things like that. Um, and at the end, it's kind of signed. Oh, and should you wish to meet with me to grow, know who exactly it is that is looking after one you treasure so much, I would be amenable to get to know the family of this little mouse. And at the bottom, it's signed RB, and there is a white circle with what looks like a black crescent filled in on one side of it. And it also just says, there's actually another slip of paper in there, separate, like a small little strip.
She's gonna look at it, yeah.
I will say that Laura's over your shoulder.
Loom, loom.
Mm-hmm.
You open the strip of paper, and it says, Minami, if you're reading this, which I think you very much are, little mouse, make sure you eat your sandwich.
You
She
hear,
just
you hear Laura behind you laughing.
she sighed.
At the end of that, by the way, is there's I don't actually have it on me. Yeah, it's not signed with a name, but that symbol is at the end as well.
Oh
Of course.
gosh.
She just puts her head in her hands. It's like, of course, of course.
I wiggle. Does Minami want to roll insight on lore?
Sure. Okay, thanks, dice.
It shouldn't be super hard.
Oh,
That's fine. Yeah, Lore looks he's not necessarily trying to hide it, but he looks a little shaken up about something. And you think it has something to do with the letter. Not his letter, your letter. The one that you just read. But he hands you the sandwich and says, "Well, you heard her."
Are you worried what she put in your wish?
No, I'm. And are you still holding the note?
Mm-hmm.
You see his eyes dart to where the symbol is and then dart back. I think I just just something about it looked familiar. But maybe you should eat your sandwich first. I can
Just
I can fill you in about it maybe after breakfast.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Larry just kind of looks down at the plate before passing it to you.
Yeah, she takes it and she puts the litter, like Rabia's litter. She thinks a bit,
Laura looks at you. You know you
but
shouldn't.
then puts it in the envelope, puts it back.
Laura nods. Just like, I think it'll make your grand feel better.
She just
Also, you know that Rabia would just find them. Maybe she would. But Lord kind of turns back and smiles. But you don't know. You don't know. You
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know.
It's easier to send the letter.
Mhm.
He just smiles playfully.
God damn it.
She's like a super mom. She will find us. He laughs.
She is not. She's not my mom.
Oh no, I said a mom. Yeah, come on, it's Signqual. You can have more than one
Yeah.
parent. And he winks at you.
Yeah.
The man who has 6.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She's what? Yeah.
Wait.
I would like to mention as on something.
Okay.
You guys say she's like a super mom or something.
Mm-hmm.
You hear something outside of the window.
She just
Laura just
she just runs to this balcony.
Laura just walks over, and like they're gonna slide the window open and pop their head out.
You see figure kind of scrambling up the wall.
Rabia, Laura just is like, "Can you come down?"
Lost because of red hair.
Do you want
as
your
it scrambles over the wall?
Do you want your cloak back? Kind of shouts after.
You hear a call back of, "No, don't worry, I can find myself another one." And she just books
Yeah, you
it.
can find one at the Cloak Mart or whatever.
That's a very good idea, little mouse. Thank you. And she just books it.
Did you get my
She's
Did you get my letter?
Footsteps are fading away, but you do hear them stop briefly. And you hear, "Yes, I did.
Okay.
But we'll talk about that later." And she continues to leave, and the footsteps echo off.
Laura just nods.
She's actually gone now.
Laura just pops his head back in and looks at me and smiles.
I
told you.
Mins just have just like a outrage expression, but it's not like serious, you know. It's just like the anime
funny.
kind of
Yeah.
the kind that's funny, yeah. Oh no! He almost fell. No.
Oh no. Oh gosh. Yeah, Laura's just gonna be like, you have like a creepy guardian angel who wears all black.
This might as well happen.
Yeah.
This might as well happen.
Might as well. It's Einquell. So far, everybody I've met that just says that as an excuse. So.
And she kind of looks at the. She kind of just recalls the last person she kind of assigned mother for a little bit.
I don't know who this
sort
is.
Of.
And I look away.
Because
I'm like,
you don't know who this is, and I smile.
Oh shit. Okay, that's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. No, it's not.
Okay. Yeah, no. Laura is you're gonna be raging, and Laura just kind of takes your sandwich, and as you're about to say something, he just pops it in your mouth.
Yeah, the whole yeah. She just.
Eat. Oh, the Dark Knight returns to make you eat your sandwich.
Ow, frick. I didn't mean to roll anything. She's Laura sees her. She's just her. She looks again a little outraged, but like she just has it's her cheeks are just like in puffed out, so it's kind of hard to take her seriously.
Or pokes her nose. Boop. He just laughs, and we can end it there.
Just holding your cheeks and just like chewing as fast as you can.
Retort. Yeah, good luck retorting.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck reaching his nose.
She's gonna jump on the nearest stool just to
skitter.
You skitter.
Climbs the boy.
She doesn't have her shoes on. She can skitter.
She's allowed to skitter.
Yeah, she jumps on the table specifically to boop him on the nose.
Wonderful. He has booped.
She just puts her arms in the air. Victory.
He cheers with you.
Her mouth is still full.
He's like, woo! Grabs his sandwich and starts eating it. He's like, yeah, I don't need the wrath of Rabia. So, eats the sandwich.
Wait, sorry, you don't need a what?
Oh, the wrath of Rabia?
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
No. I couldn't hear you.
Sandwich. Yeah, no, you're good. You're busy chewing. Yeah. Maybe swallow? He smiles at you.
She just does does a big gulp.
Gosh. He looks at you and eats the sandwich in one
just
bite.
Glares.
The same. Gives you a thumbs up. Just smiles. He loves you, your little brother. Man, this is fun. Fade out. Woo!
Yay!
Yay, we did it!
We did it!
We did it! Thanks for everybody who's listening now and in the future.
Thank
have
you.
A good time zone. And anything else, or can we say au revoir?
Nope, nothing.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.